Good evening. Welcome to the 133rd DPI-SIG meeting. Hard to believe, 133 times. I'm Sonny Saunders, and Bill Coakley, the other co-founder, is not here this evening. He's not feeling well. This is our 133rd meeting. It's an all-volunteer organization. We are part of the Naples FreeNet. I will run down some of the activities that our club does. These are things that has a membership. The meetings are free. The other activities, it's $30 a year. We have photo outings every month. We have a theme show every month. We have club competitions. We have a beginner's workshop competition for people who want to get into competitions and need some help. We're in the statewide print and digital competitions. We have a discussion roundtable once a month. We have a Lightroom workshop for those that use Lightroom once a month. We have a Photoshop users group once a month, an Elements workshop. We have a creative workshop, a women's workshop. It's mainly for creative, and it's for both men and women. We have a basic lighting workshop. We have a Photomatics, which is a pro show users workshop. So you can see there's a lot of workshops. If you want to go to them all, your whole calendar will be filled up for every night of the week, I think. And we do art shows. We do at least 4 art shows, pretty good sized ones, a year. We have a vendor's discount program that's on our website. We have a CD and DVD lender's library with mostly on software. We have an online magazine. We have the opportunity to work for other not-for-profits in Collier County. We volunteer our services to take pictures at their functions. And we now have a leisure and workshop series featuring major speakers. So that's what DPI-SIG is. It takes a lot of people to do it. We have over 40 volunteers right now. Would everybody with a green sticker stand up? Don't be bashful. Okay, that's the people who make the club work. Our first report tonight will be from Mike Matthews on outings. Mike? Yeah.
All right, just give you a quick outing report. I've got a few slides from when we went out. I guess a lot of you went out to the Naples Botanical Garden, so I just wanted to kind of give a little. Okay, I'm gonna let send just a hot second to be fine. All right, so in June we went out to the Naples Botanical Garden. We got some really great images and some beautiful water lilies some folks have taken. I'm not sure who took some of these. If they're your images, you did a great job, and it was very, very nice to get to see these when they came through on the email. Really nice close macro work, very nice. This time of year, obviously, it's real hot, so it's real hard to get out and do a whole lot. But we were able to do a couple of different things. We went to Corkscrew Swamp here in July. I'll have some images of that here in just a minute. That was kind of cute. Got a lot of photographic stuff in this part of the state, that's for sure. That's a classic. All right, so then in July, there's only 5 of us that went out there, but we had a great time. It's a total different perspective. I mean, most of the time you go out there, you're looking for the big scene and birds and so forth, but we focused strictly on macro. And I bet we spent probably the first hour just on the first 100 feet of the boardwalk, photographing, insects and spider webs. There's some ghost orchids that Bob shot. Those things were 80 feet up in the tree and hard to get a photo of. Found some just neat stuff, chrysalis of a butterfly on the backside of the leaf. Yeah, that was a great little guy there. That was a big garden spider just right off the boardwalk there. That was fun to get him. A lot of dew on the spider webs. That was fun. Lumber grasshoppers are everywhere right now. I have one of those tomorrow when you guys come. And then just a real close-up. So that's just a quick short of the last couple of days, but tomorrow, or Saturday is going to be a macro indoor at the Unitarian Church. I'm going to be hosting that, and I'm going to be bringing a lot of animals and some still life stuff, so we'll have a good time for those that are coming. Just a good way to beat the heat, and that'll be from 9 to noon. And then in September, we'll be going to Selby Gardens up in Sarasota, and then we got Kachobi in October, and then we'll go over to the Butterfly Garden in Palm Beach, Florida, in November. So we've got a lot of neat things coming up. As the weather starts cooling down, it'll be a great time to get out. So hope to see you all there. Thank you very much.
Waiting list for Saturdays? Is there anybody on the waiting list? Laura, okay, it's all full. Everybody got in. Okay, great. I know they had too many. They had a waiting list.
Any more spots available?
Any more spots available?
There is room in the church when I've been told, so I mean, if somebody wants to come, we'll make sure that nobody gets left out of that. It just may, the shooting stations and all that stuff, just have to be patient. If you're willing to do that.
So,
9 to 12.
Yeah, 9 to 12, correct.
very good. I am going to ask everybody who goes to that, we'll have a jar there or something, to give a donation. We have to pay for the building, and so if you're giving any amount, doesn't matter, just something to help offset the cost of the building. But didn't want to do something in the heat. Mike wanted to get something air conditioned, and so you got air conditioned August outing. You can't beat that. Nancy Garrison and Richard Kendall want to give us a report on our competition. Looks like Richard, doesn't look like Nancy.
Nancy's just hiding in here.
Okay.
Hi, that was Nancy. Hi, that was Richard. From the last competition, I still have ribbons. Now, temptation is great, because I have lots of pictures that don't have ribbons. And I've noticed that in all the times I've been to Sonny's studio, I've never looked to see what was on the backside of his ribbons. So I'm just saying, those will be available at the break. Competition is part of our educational outpush, which is to say you're supposed to learn, which means you have to submit so that you can learn. And your opportunity starts tomorrow. Our third DPI-SIG competition for this year opens tomorrow, and we'll be accepting images for a month, which is to say the 14th of September, it'll close. All of you should have received a letter explaining the process. If you didn't, grab me, well, Jen, and we'll look at that. Most of the things I've read said that if you want to get better in photography, the first thing you have to do is take pictures. And most of us do that pretty well. And then you have to have people look at those pictures. And the normal trend is as you start taking more pictures and more people start looking at them, you go from deciding that you are really hot stuff to wondering why anybody would bother. So you look at your pictures, maybe, and you continue to march. Sonny tells me he takes pictures and never even looks at them. But of course, with all of his ribbons, I don't know why that's true. How many of you would agree that National Geographic photographers do outrageously good work? Hands up. We all agree they do good stuff. I've had an opportunity now to read several articles by National Geographic photographers, and a couple of them have shared the process back when they were, well, dare I say it, shooting film. And the one fellow said, I would get an assignment, they'd give me a map, and they'd give me 300 rolls of film and a plane ticket, and I would go. And 6 or 8 weeks later, after I had shipped back all of that exposed film, I would come home to see what they had selected. 300 rolls at 36 images a roll. That's a pile of pictures. Another one I was reading said when he would go on assignment, because he was really good, they gave him 400 rolls of film and sent him out for 6 or 8 weeks. And he would ship the film back, and the editors would go through, and they would pick from that 14,000 images, 50 for the other editors to use and select for the story. And of those 50, they might pick 5. Now, you don't have to have gotten very far with high school math. But if they're picking 50 images out of 14,000, that's 5 out of 1,400. That's like less than 1 out of 300 pictures. That's a lot of film. No wonder digital took off. Here's the thing. If you've taken a scan of photographs and there's only one that really turns you on, you're probably doing just as good as the very best in the business. And the difference between a great photographer and the rest of us schmoes is the great ones never show you the junk. Usually they also get paid. You know, paid makes everything better. But we give ribbons and that's as close to being paid. So, please, submit. If you don't win, nobody is going to know, except me. Everybody else has no idea. It still doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay for the film, right? And you don't have to pay to have it submitted. And if you come out in the top 25%, that gives you an indication that you're doing something right. And if you submit, you're more likely to look at the pictures of the people who won. And if you look at the pictures of the people who won and compare that to yours, which is an also ran, you might figure out where the learning experience is and what you can do better. And that's the goal. The whole reason for competition is to see what our peers are doing, and very few of us are in the same league as the National Geographic photographers. And most of us have about the same kind of range of equipment. And by the way, iPhones up to medium formats for our purposes at 768 by 1224 doesn't make any difference. All of our cameras will do that just fine. So you're in a pretty equal place here to play. There's no embarrassment, there's no cost, so why not do it? I'm looking forward to seeing your images. I'll have these at break. Please come see me.
Sitting here looking out in the crowd, this is a huge crowd for August. I want to thank you all for coming. Boy, this is almost a full house. It's marvelous. That'll help Jennifer Semble get over her butterflies. Come on up, Jennifer. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We had a really nice opening at Shangri-La. We had 22 artists with 49 images. The place is absolutely beautiful. And I want to thank Harold Kurzman for initializing the original contact with Shangri-La. And most of all, I want to thank Betty Sanders. Without her, I could have never done this. She has been supportive, and with her guidance, she's just a great person. I don't know what I'd do without her. And then one of the images, the first image to sell at Shangri-La was Nick Provenzo's Where's the Surf? And that was sold before we even opened the doors. Some of you kind of have an interest in Shangri-La and its history. I made some copies of these and I put them back on the free table for those of you that are interested. Also on your table, you see the little cards that say the Macro Art Show. That's the initial information to get you interested in participating in that show, which is in October. There'll be emails to follow with much more information. Now, between Sunny and I, we took pictures And I got into PowerPoint, and I was going to do a slideshow, but realized I really didn't know how to do it. And then I called Jeff, because I wanted to put music to it, and he helped me download some music, but I didn't know how to do that either. So Miss Christine Cope said, well, I will help you. And she did, so this is what she has put together from Shangri-La.
and do 6 or 8 every year. Okay. Get through the notes here. We had some members in the news. I'll read them off here. Carol Benjamin had a picture published in the Fort Myers Press. Dennis Goodman's Ghost Orchid pictures were featured on the cover of Gulf Shore magazine in July. Mike Matthews had a series of pictures featured in the Spotlight in the August issue under Photographer's Corner. And Harold Kuzman's had a picture featured on August 1st issue for the Collier County Citizens Point and Shoot. So congratulations to all our members of the committee. If you have a picture published someplace, let us know, because it encourages other people. I mean, these are just, you know, they're sitting right here. They're just regular people, but they're really enjoy what they do. And okay, now we'll have public announcements. Anybody who has a public announcement? Joe. You're going to make Joe do this, Becky?
No, I want to do one.
Oh, you want to do one too? Okay.
I'll be the voice in back here. They wonder what's going on with the...
That's true. You want to go up
with
front?
the tape. Yeah, I can stand in front of it. As you know, Understand Photography has been leading Cuba trips now. We've had 2 very successful ones already. We have a sold-out one coming up in October. And we've just introduced 2 more, which are a bit longer trips that we'll be doing in February and April. Our February trip is going to not only be Old Havana, but it's going to also include La Terrazas and Viñales, which are 2 wonderful places outside the city that are going to give us some fantastic opportunities to do landscape photography, as well as the cityscapes we do in Old Havana. So that'll be coming up February 7th to the 14th. That's a longer trip. That's an 8-day trip. And then in April, we're going to do a little different one. We're going to do a 9-day trip that's going to include not only Old Havana, but Santa Spiritus, Trinidad, and Cienfuegos, which I just pronounced wrong, but that's as close as I can come with it. That trip is going to be a 8-day trip. That's going to be a wonderful experience too. You'll get a little bit of Old Havana, and you get the countryside. We're booking both of those trips now. You can see myself or Peggy Farron, and there's information on the table. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Peggy?
Hi, I'm Peggy Farron with Understand Photography as well, and I just want to talk about some things we have going on here. We have, Sunday we have a free, well, we call it an almost free photo walk. We're going to Naples Botanical Gardens, so they charge to come in, but we don't charge. So if you want to join us on Sunday, it's just fun. We get together and take pictures just like the DPI-SIG outings pretty much. The following Saturday, if anyone's interested, I'm teaching a class called The Business of Photography for Portrait Photography. So if you're a portrait photographer and you want to make more money, or you're just getting started in portrait photography, that's the following Saturday. And then our basic class that we try to start everybody with, and I think a lot of you guys have taken this class, the 4 weeks to proficiency in photography. The online class, which is a live class, starts September 1st, and the hands-on class, I think, starts the week after that. So understandphotography.com, and we've got information up here. Thanks.
Thank you. Anybody else?
If anyone would like to travel to Sarasota, that's the other end of the world. I have an exhibit up at the Sarasota Bay Club, which is a senior resident, and there's like 30 prints up going from 1620 to 24 by 40. It's up for the month until September 3rd. So if you're in the area, it's near the Van Wezel. If you people are familiar with the Van Wezel Theater in Sarasota, it's about 2 blocks away from that. And it should be, it's fun. I had an opening about a week ago. And it's up, and I'm thrilled.
I should have announced that you're a member of you. Carmen is also he's from Sarasota. We don't know him that often, although he comes quite frequently, but he's also the print chairman for the F3C. So when you're sending in your prints, Carmen is the one that gets clubs to judge them and everything else. We have one other, Mike.
I'm Mike Matthews. I've got a couple of things coming up. I've got a macro workshop. It's a 2-day workshop coming up the first weekend in March of 2016. I'll take 15 people for that. It'll be about 40 animals to photograph. That's going to be here in Fort Myers. And then Adam Jones and I are going to be leading a birding tour. Also, the last week in February will be 3 days. We'll go from Venice Rookery, Circle B Ranch over to Vieira Wetlands. And then he and I are also going to be doing a Smoky Mountain 5-day workshop. So if you're interested in that, let me know. That's going to be coming up the first weekend in May.
No reason to ever get bored, is there? It's always something to do.
Not a good one. My Facebook account was hacked, and some of you might receive email in my name. It's not from me. So just want to warn you, don't respond to it.
Anybody else? Really?
Hi, I was at the pub crawl for Hope for Haiti. It was a nonprofit organization that's here. This is the 3rd year that I've done this for them. If you have the opportunity to do something for one of these nonprofit organizations, it's just fun. I had a great time. So anytime you see an email come out and say they need helpers, take a chance, it's fun.
Thank you. And we do quite a few of them, and it is a lot of fun. Sometimes you even get a free dinner out of them. Anybody else? I did forget, there's a couple other things I needed to say also. This jacket was left here at the last meeting. It says Connecticut Liquor Control. He's one of our members. I also forgot to mention, how are you going to get into the auditorium if it's free? The last week, the week of the 29th, we're going to send out an email to everybody whose dues are paid, a member of DPI-SIG. We're going to send out an email. It'll have probably the flyer with your instructions, but at the bottom of it will be a ticket. And you just tear that off and you present that at the door when you get there. Any other questions? I meant to ask, are there any questions on the lecture series or, yes?
If somebody's not a member, what is their fee?
It's $30 to join DPI-SIG.
Oh, okay.
And you get all the lectures, 4 to 6 of them. I don't think you get a better break than that. So, yeah, you have to be a member. So it's $30. So it's $30 to attend 6 of them. That's pretty cheap. Any other questions on it? I do have one other thing before we proceed here. DPI-SIG is looking for a volunteer. I mentioned last, we only have 45 of them. I mean, we need more volunteers. I mentioned last meeting that we're going to have some new things. What we do, we got shirts, we got paying online. We would like to start having a section on our website to feature local photography locations by category. In other words, for birds, for animals, for wildlife, for landscape. This would include a description, a map, some pictures, comments from our members. And this is, each of these sites will be dedicated to photography. We don't care about walking trails or anything. In other words, what are you interested in if you're going to go there to photograph? We've had some members submit some things already. We go every place. I mean, we're there, we're taking pictures. What we need is a director who can put the input together, put a map together, put the write-ups together from people, their pictures they're submitting, and have it online. It'll be an active thing, because if you go someplace and you take a couple of pictures of a location that's already there, you just submit the pictures, and we show those. So we're always having people ask, where can I go to take pictures of birds, or where can I go? So this is going to be on our website, and it should be a wonderful service if we can find somebody that has a little knows how to make PDF files and whatnot. So if you can, we would certainly appreciate a volunteer, and I think that would be another great service that the club can offer. Okay, if you have any business cards, be sure and just put them on the table. Mary Short will now present the Florida Camera Club Council second triennial digital if we get
And also, just to let everyone know, if anyone won a ribbon in the first digital competition, I do still have those with me today if you did not collect it last month. See me at break. All right, as it says there, this is the second digital competition for F3C. And a lot of people do email and ask, generally the F3Cs do not have themes. So just keep that in mind for the future, generally. This is the color A class. Edwin Cohen, one of blue. Edwin here today? Morning at Cade's, blue. Gazebo in New Orleans, yellow. Sandy Harridan, I don't believe she's here either. Blue ribbon for balance. The yellow ribbon for droplet drawing breath. Of course, that's in the creative category. Deborah Eaton, taken at one of Mike Matthews' workshops. Blue in the color A category. Looks like I'm taking a lot of ribbons home again. Robert Kennedy, turn baby turn. Color A, blue ribbon. Rosie Cabrera.
Yes.
Color A, blue ribbon.
Tell them what's in those drops. It's you need no Patriots logo. I mean with Patriots logo. Yeah, I have to put shirt, the background upside down so that doesn't.
They're not playing this year, are they?
Just hang in there, Rosie.
Right.
Gloria Sunset. Evelyn Perez, taking a workshop as well. Mike Matthews, working the building. Macro Hornbill, color A yellow. Art David, Route 66 Tips. Junkyard John, blue in the monocategory. Joe Parisi, Lotus and Fly. The yellow ribbon. Damaris Gonzalez, Red Eye, a yellow ribbon. I assume she's not here. Thinking of You, a yellow in the monocategory. Jim Robillard, another one. Jennifer Brinkman, Prickly, yellow. Sonny Saunders on Summer Pond. Harold Kurzman, Flagler College 2, in the mono category, a yellow. Betty Saunders, Intercentum. Steve August, Disorganized Workflow. Those are the creative categories. Christina Skibicki, Inescapable, a yellow in the creative category. And now on to the B category. A is the advanced and B is the beginner. Meryl Lorenzo, Dancing on Water. Meryl here. Portrait of a Great Blue Heron. Blue Ribbon. Strutting My Stuff. Yellow ribbon. And hang in there. Yellow in the mono category. Pat Cooper, just hanging out. Yellow in the color category. Oh. Edward Rice, A Sunny Morning. Rice or Reese? Reese. Congratulations. Val Brill, Against the Fence, a yellow and color. Priscilla McGuire, a yellow ribbon, Getting Ready to Skin in the color category. Helen Scary, Reach for the Clouds, a yellow in the color category. You're claiming it for her? Thank you. Thank you. Tom Vincent, Sunrise Spray 1, a yellow in the color category. And last but not least, me. Okay. If you win a ribbon and know you're not going to be here, if you would have somebody pick it up for you, that would be great, because otherwise it just gets more confusing meeting after meeting collecting ribbons for people. There's a little bit of information up at the end here. This is all available on the F3C website as well. The next print competition is the best thing for you to do if you want a timely submission is to bring it to the September meeting. And all of the regulations for the print category is on the F3C. All right, in the digital competition, again, that information's on there. That one is coming up in November. And just a little closing quip here for you to enjoy. Back off, I'm a photographer. No, wait, stay right there. Now turn a little to the left. Turn your face toward the sun. Tilt your chin down, a little more, a little more. Now up. Okay, just hold that position. The light should be perfect in a couple minutes.
Special presentation by Bob Kennedy.
Yes, please. I just want to make this as a plug for the Lightroom workshop, which takes place on the Thursday, I think 2 weeks, the fourth week. I made a short presentation. We make our own presentations, everybody does, who wants to say something at the meeting. And after that presentation, Sonia asked me to do this today. I hope it will bring more people to the workshop as well. It's a very short time and a very short presentation. When you face a situation that you can see but your camera cannot, not cannot, but cannot see in its entirety. There are several such situations, and one of them is a panoramic view. Lightroom does now a fantastic job. Lightroom 6 I'm talking about. Lightroom 6 does now a fantastic job putting together, they call it merging the pictures if you take multiple shots. So multiple shots is an answer when a single exposure cannot take care for you in a given situation. One of them is panoramic, the second one is HDR. I'll say a few more words about that as we go. When the light is both too dark and too bright at the same time, you can take multiple shots. And a third situation for multiple shots where your focus, depth of field is inadequate. And in each cases, either Photoshop or Lightroom will give you assistance in assembling those, merging those photos. I will only demonstrate here a merge for panoramic view. I do have the print and I will show it up, but during the break I will have it on the table in the left corner. You can look at it. So first what you need to do is load your pictures into Lightroom. That's beyond the topic today. But once they are in there, you will see them both displayed in a grid, if you chose to see the grid, or in this film strip-like row at the bottom of your screen. In this case, I was in Everglades City, and Jim Trunken, a member of the club, but not here today, and we were waiting for lunch to be served, and I just walked out and took a picture of the view. As I took this picture, I took the camera handheld in a vertical position and scanning the view from the left to the right. I took about 7 or 8 shots. I went through the same thing a second time. The first time I aimed the camera slightly down. The second time I aimed the camera slightly up. So down here are those pictures. When I got home, just to test what Lightroom will do for me, I took those pictures, I selected them, select one, I hold down the shift key, the other, 14 pictures altogether, I selected them, and went up to photo merge. Notice that I have 2 choices, HDR or panorama. I took the panorama choice. And Photoshop said, thank you, I'll work on it. You can see the strip going up there, and you will find that it will take approximately 25-30 seconds to put this together. Almost there. So that's the panoramic view that came out of it. And it's not the end result. You can look at it and you can choose to crop automatically. And there's a little thing here I will talk about. If you look at the image here, you see how much water, not that much, but how little or whatever it is, amount of water is there, and then there's a straight line here. The good thing is that if you choose auto crop, you find a picture that is ready to go. If you don't choose it, this is what comes out. Now, in this particular situation, you notice that I was doing very poorly, and if I take that line here and take it straight, there are blanks here. Yet, the crop filled it in. So the auto crop not only crops it, but where it can, it will fill in using the, what is it, that smart feature, the content-aware feature to, thank you, content-aware feature to fill it in. So, let's see, I choose, therefore, not to auto-crop. And my main reason for my picture that I did not auto-crop, there is that part of the sky. And if you look at the auto-crop, that disappears. I didn't want to lose that. So I opted to do some Photoshop work, actually, something beyond what I can do in Lightroom. But other than that, a pretty good picture can be done very quickly in Lightroom. So let's click the merge, and now Photoshop is really working, because previously it just put a sketch together, and this now puts the entire file together. And that's a huge file. Unfortunately, I didn't look at the exact size, but I intend to. And that's another plug. There is another feature, Sonny will help me, where we put on tips or on the website. Very inactive feature. On the website we can,
Put the presentation there,
yeah. I intend to put it up there. It's another plug for that feature is also available for you to look at what's there, and for any one of you who has a trick, a function that you learn on Photoshop or Lightroom to put up there and help the others. Now, up there in the upper left corner, you can see it's slowly climbing, creating the panorama. That one takes a little longer. Altogether, I think about 2.5 minutes, but it's not too bad to put a picture together in that amount of time. The black and white version of the image looks like this, and it was, of course, high-tech, where I got it printed. Yeah. How much time do I have? A minute or two. Okay. Over here, it put the picture into the just next to the right side of the pictures that were there. This is the new picture. This is the combined picture. And at this point, I would suggest that you just take it as if it was a new photo coming from your camera. Just put it into develop mode. Apply whatever you want to do to make the clouds look a little more like on the print and less flat than it is here. You can do in Lightroom a lot of things. For example, you can choose the blue color and make the luminance a little darker so that the white clouds will show better. You can pretty well completely develop your picture in Lightroom.
That's still a raw picture too, right?
That's still, the output of that process is still raw. So it's as if you have just taken a raw picture out of your camera. By the way, as far as I know, this feature only works if you took the originals in RAW. Now, at this point, those of you who like, who can work in Photoshop or Photoshop Elements, I think would be as well, you can directly go from here, edit in Adobe Photoshop, or if you prefer, like I do, open it as a smart object in Photoshop. You can go down here, open it as a smart object, and edit as if it was a new picture. Yeah, that's it.
Very much, Bob. We don't normally do Lightroom or Photoshop or at the main meetings because we have all the workshops, so we do things more basic. But what impressed me here was he handheld 2 rows of pictures. Handheld, not on a tripod, and put it together, and the program did it. It blew my mind away because you used to have to use a tripod and be so careful to overlap 1/3. So that's why I asked him to show the fact that today, with the technology we have, you can handhold, take 2 rows of pictures, and it'll put them together and make a great picture for you. I was really impressed with the technology. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll take we're actually on time. This is a little hard to believe. We're going to take a 10-minute break. During the break, if you're interested in a shirt, you can go see Rosie. This is a good time to join if you think you would like to join, and you'll be eligible for door prizes. So we'll take. Were you? Okay. The next art show we're having is at Marco Island Center for the Arts. This will be the 3rd one I think we've had there. And there's cards on the table that explain everything. So there'll be emails to follow. There'll be emails to follow. Very good. Okay, my turn. These are some of the business announcements. We're now selling shirts. We have them that they're not printed, they're actually impressed, or they actually change the chemical structure of the cloth. And so we have shirts over here at the break, and Rosie Cabrera has volunteered to be our shirt salesperson. All of the proceeds go towards our social events and things of that nature. They're $20, and as we'll keep them stocked in whatever sizes we need. So you just see Rosie. I'd like to thank Joe Fitzpatrick for doing the video tonight. Eric Hansen wasn't here, so Joe, we certainly thank you. Bob Brown did the brochure for, there's brochures on the table. This is for Mike Corrado's presentation, which is going to be on here at Southwest State College Auditorium. That's right here on the campus from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon, and that's on the 29th of this month. I would like for all of you to take these, there's 6 on each table, take some, pass them out, see if we can get some people to come. The only commitment we have is that we're supposed to end up with 100 people, so I'm a little bit concerned, being August, whether we'll get 100 people or not. But if you'll take some and pass them out, we'd definitely appreciate it. It is free to all DPI-SIG members, okay? All of them are going to be free. We're also going to have Rick Salmon in November. We're going to have Adam Jones in January, and Roman Korevacek on March. So, and there's more coming after that. I'm already contacting 2 or 3 other speakers. So we'll have 4 to 6 a year, and so for the $30 a year to join, you definitely get your money's worth just in going to those. So it is free. It is here at the auditorium. Some of them are going to have workshops with them, where we can go out afterwards and take pictures. As I say, it's $30 a year. You can now, this is some real good news, you can now join and pay your dues online on our website. On the front page, yes. On the front page, there's instructions. You just go to a tab, drop down, it says Join DPI-SIG. the other one says pay my dues. We put that up yesterday, it wasn't up quite 12 hours. We had 3 new members join. Nobody knew about this. I have no idea where they came from, but it's wonderful. And we had 5 people renew. So obviously people go to the website and they see it says, you know, join. So the whole object of these lecture series, and they are all free, and I'm trying to get the top names, is as a membership campaign. I really want to grow DPI-SIG, and I know that's, I think, probably the best way to do it. So I am going to ask you, if you have any people that you would like to have come and speak, or subject that you would like to have on. I'm trying to get a wedding photographer for later on. So far they're all different subjects, and all you know. But if you have something you would be interested in, email and let us know, and we'll see if we can get a speaker. And if this works, we'll continue on. Anybody got any questions while we're waiting for Jeff? Well, we must have done a good job of informing him. Here he is. It's okay, Jeff. Don't hurry. I called it at the wrong time. I didn't realize you didn't want that. Okay, Jeff's going to show us a slideshow, and the theme this month was wings, and next month's theme, I have it here someplace, just killing time, Jeff. Next month's theme is reflection on water. So anytime you're ready.
Just in case any of you who have very sharp eyes, you're all photographers, right? Should you happen to notice at the end of the show, in the credits, where it says August theme instead of September theme, I know about it already, so it was too late to fix it before I came here, but just pretend it says September, okay?
All along looking for lovers and children playing. She's looking for signs of the spring. She listens for laughter and sounds of dancing. Listens for many old things. Fly away. Fly away. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly starry eyes. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together weather-wise. It's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. Perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together weather-wise. It's such a lovely day. You just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Back up, let's fly away.
look at those pictures. There's some real talent we have in the club. Outstanding pictures in that. Inspires you to go out and take pictures. All right, Richard Tyndall. Richard is going to show us some pictures and have us do some critiquing. We have sent out questionnaires. The thing people ask for the most is that they would like to have critiquing so they can learn. And Richard has volunteered.
He has bridges himself also. All right. You're the experts, I'm the facilitator. And then if you don't talk, I will just talk. So we have an image here. And anyway, what do you think? Too much light. All right, we've got an image. What do you think? Yes?
I wanted to take these down too.
Talking? All right, well, you probably want to take out the road to distract. All right, distractions. In all of our pictures, one of the things we want to try and get rid of are those things that distract us, that pull our eyes someplace else. What are we caught by? Things that are familiar, shapes that we know, things that don't seem to belong, things that are shaped, are geometrical, and lines that go out of the frame. All right, so our problem with the roadway here is not necessarily that it's bad, but the road casts a line, taking a secondary frame on the picture, which doesn't do it any good, right? So we can get rid of that, and the road also takes us out of the photograph. Whichever way we turn, there's a line pushing us on out. All right, let's try this. Oh, that's your cue. All right, another photograph. What do you think? Let's edit out the arrow. Anything else?
Straighten the horizon.
That's up, yeah, sit back here.
Straighten the horizon. All right. Actually, I didn't think it was crooked either, but if you think it's crooked, then you need to straighten it. Now, all of our cameras and all of our software gives us a way to check that. So it's a simple check, and there is no excuse to have things being off a little bit. Design issue here. If you're off a little bit, it's a mistake. If you're off a whole hellacious amount, it's a design element. So, if my buttons go down my shirt and line up right with my zipper, boy, that's right in line. If they're off a little bit on the slide, if it goes all the way to the side, like Gene Autry, I've made a fashion statement. And I can get away with it. Yes?
Last year, we had one of the experts come in.
Yes.
Yeah. They start that picture so that you're going from left to right because that's the right way your brain works. You want to go in that direction.
Okay, what he's suggesting is that we, in our Western culture, have a propensity to read from the right. So if you turn the picture that way, it fits in with our preconceptions. Now, I suppose if you were from another culture or another planet, that might not be true. But the idea that you want to go in the direction that we want to go makes a lot of sense. Anything else we can do for this image?
Maybe go mono.
Might work out nicely, mono. What else can we do? By the way, in any of our programs, looking at it in mono is easy. Right? Push a button, unpush it. Easy peasy. Anything else? What's the most boring part of this picture?
The sky.
The sky sucks. Okay, this is the time in Photoshop. There is no excuse for yucky sky. Look at that, or play with it, darken it. You might be able to pull out some of that shape and that gradation back in there to give it more interest. Let's try another one. Actually, he needs a little bit more oomph to make it work. What do you think?
I like to see shadows.
I'm sorry? Darken it. You take out this piece of flare right there. Oh, his feathers. Take out his feathers. I could roast him too, and I'd let him a lot better. There's a little flare back in there, a little light not off the eye. And that could go. You could also vignette it a little bit, darker, so you bring it back in. That would help it. This is one where sharpness counts a lot. All right. Most of the literature and people you hear talk this thing says all that other technical stuff that we get locked into is good, but the biggest thing on an image is impact. Now, we have to be careful with impact. If you're the one who went out and took a picture of this sucker, and you were hanging upside down from a trapeze, this is an emotionally filled picture, and you think about that fear of falling every time you look at it. But us, we're sitting here calm, cool with the mic, and we don't see that. Same picture we have, we take photographs of people that we care about. You know, like little young babies. You know, babies are ugly. Unless they're one of our babies. And then we think they're the most beautiful thing in the world. So we've got emotionally clad images that don't do well in competition and don't do well in sharing. You know, we've got ones you had to be there for it to make sense. We all have those stories. But you had to be there for the image to make any sense. And if you aren't there, you know, you're square. That's how that goes. You have to be careful of those when we're doing this. Yes, sir.
I have a question. I don't know if it's just me or how I'm interpreting it, but you see the midsection of the bird?
Yeah.
It took me a while to realize, oh, that's the bird and not the background.
Yeah.
It looks like the same green.
Yeah. It looks like the same green to me, too. I always thought it was a really squatty bird.
So what would you do?
Dodge and burn. Dodge and burn. Come to the next Photoshop workshop and I'll teach you how.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, you could select the bird and knock the background back and try and like the bird, but you should have used the fill flash on the bird.
Probably should have. But
I mean, you could bring the background down quite a bit. It's reversed. It should be a dark background in the bird. So you could bring the luminance of the green down. You select the bird, put it on the background.
Were you understanding that? We could just selectively get rid of some of that green. We could selectively get rid of some of that green on its belly. Because all of our software allows us to do that. In the day, which means before any of us were shooting. That's how far back in the day it went. Photographers developed their own stuff. And developing was part of what they did, part of the craft. In fact, development was part of the craft until color slides came on the scene. When we started shooting color slides, they were too tricky to use and required an awful lot of equipment and know-how, and we then started sending them out. How many of you have read that Ansel Adams shot in black and white because he could develop it? And he didn't shoot in color because he had no control of how the image went. So that whole thing about locking it in has to do, or came to be, from slides. And that we've been freed from that here. So I'm going to recommend that all of you at least get some piece of software and learn the rudiments of how it works. Just try the next one. What part are you laughing at? Does it have impact? Yeah, it sure does. I don't know what he's looking at, but I'm sure what she's looking at. Anything we can do to this baby? I know, get on that horse. Yes?
I think I'd like to see maybe just a tiny little bit of fill flash on that, bring out some of the detail.
Bring out more of the detail. Okay. This actually is much brighter on the computer screen, so you're losing all of that darkness here. Yeah, I think so too. Anything else? All right. Perspective. You've got the 2 trees in the front that frame you. Sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't. It's a standard trick. Photograph of this, you might want to try it both ways. Obviously, you're going to look at the impact item. What are you going to look at next in this photograph? The impact item is the horse's face. Where next? You look down at the people. We tend to do that. We tend to look at people's human beings. We check them out. And notice the human beings are looking back at the horse, so that's just sending your eye back. And theoretically, you get kind of flying around this a lot, stopping at various points of interest. Next one, please. Ideas? Drop it on your right, it's right. That's so get rid of some of this up there particularly because that's distracting. All right, we're not stuck with the format of the picture as it came out of the camera. You know, for our competitions, that's a 3:4 ratio, I think, that our framing sets down to. Most of our cameras are taking out a 3:2 ratio or a 9 by God knows whatever else. But you got a lot of choices in there. Sometimes square works really well. You know, if you're not putting it in a frame, it doesn't much matter. Then it only matters if you want to buy one cheap or have one made. So you can prompt the picture to do that and pick the format that works best for what you want to get. Anything else? We get rid of the arrow. All right, let's try it out. Yeah, often a good question. Why was it taken? Yeah. No. Waste of pixels. Waste of pixels. The question should always be is, why did you take the photograph? Second, why should I look at it? If you can't answer either of those, you might not want to share it. This is probably one where using something like the rule of thirds would help. Which is the most powerful third? I'm sorry. We got 2 lines and 2 lines. We got 4 intersection points. Which is the strongest? Pardon? Number 2. Number 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Count from the bottom to the left up. Count from the bottom to the left up. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you think 2 is the strongest? 1, 4, I think is my favorite strongest. But, you know, it's whatever way you flow, but think about it. This one's kind of off. It's what it's doing is it's throwing our look off. I'm assuming it's a picture of the flower leaf. Let's try that. That's, no, that's not the last. That's the last one I'm going to do. This is the one. This is it. I'm done. Okay, this is it. Oh, this one. Oh, this is it. I thought there was another picture in there. All right, what can we do with this? Is there a theme? Not the theme. Hard to see what the theme is. All right. What do you focus on? Because you have a theme and a subject and a focus. What do you focus on? Either the light ring or the leaf that's lighting up. Okay. So you got lots of things in here, textures that are hard. You got objects in here that are out of focus. That tends to upset most of us because it's hard to find what's in focus. So that throws the eye off. Maybe dreamlike, but you know, it's not the 60s anymore. We want things to be solid. So let's go there. That works. Anything else we can do? Might be an opportunity to try black and white. Might make a better tonal picture so the color doesn't get in the way. It's a decision you have to make with each picture. Make sense? Have we got you back on schedule? We are ready. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to put the lights in the back. Christine Cook. I'm going to ask Christine Cook to help me. Yes. We're going to now have our George Prize drawing. Christine will first read off.
I mean, this is the summer. This is always so far away. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new members. Karen McDaniel, Harold, and put your hand up so we can see you. Welcome. And Harold Shoref, did I pronounce that correctly? Welcome, Harold. And Dave Garrison. Yay, Dave! Oh, wrong Dave. Dave Garrison, and from Naples Camera Club. Yeah. And Gail Frazee, Gloria Stewart, and Joel Berman. Welcome.
And I think there are 12 door prizes, and Christine will have somebody pick the first one. And the first winner is, are we all ready? 004970. 970, very good. There you go. Dash on up there. You get pick of the litter. See if we can get the left side of the room now. That's okay, just go ahead. We trust you. It's an honor system. Okay, 004957. Nancy, there you go. We did get the other side of the room. You may have to wait there a moment. I rushed that a little bit too much. No fighting up there, ladies. Okay, there we go. Very good. Nancy won't take very long, I know that. 004983. 4983. Very good. You're doing a good job, Christine. 004979. Very good. Oh, we're certainly moving them around. There are some blue tickets in here. Yeah. Didn't know we switched colors. But get anything you want. Anything that's up there. 004996. Oh, very good. All right. There's 10 altogether. And now for a blue ticket. They went the other direction, jeez. 1179905. I don't like the blue. That's too much work. You have one, very good. He liked the blue ticket. Our next theme show will be Reflections on Water. It's next month. I don't know what month it is. Don't ask me, Jeff. Our next meeting is September 10th. So yes, September 10th. And the next winner, 004974. Very good. Please go up there and pick a prize. Anything you want that's left. There should be, how many are left, Christine, after he takes his? 2 or 3? I have 2 tickets. 5, keep pulling. Okay. 004962. All right, right in front. 2 in a row, same table. Must be your turn, Harold.
You have to pick.
Gotta be blue. Hey, it's blue.
We wouldn't want you to pick your own.
And it's a long number, 1179893. 893.
Is that mine?
Yeah.
You have it, 893?
I haven't won in the last 5 years.
Oh, you won. Very good. You get to go. Okay. I'm not sure how many more we need. Very good. All right. How many more we need? 4, 5. Go ahead. Pull another one. 004990. Very good. There should be 4 up there now. There's 3 up there. Okay, we got the last 2 tickets here. Okay, we're done. I got the last 2 tickets. One could be yours. Could be. You ready? 004959. 4959. 4959. Going once. 4959 going twice. We're going to use that ticket there. All right. 0049. You can't win twice. Only. Not when you're out there picking the thing. No. I think we need a recount. You're right. What do you have a winning ticket? No. No, okay. Oh, I thought we were going to have an investigation here. Jeez. 004998. All right. That's Marco Island. Very good. That's Hyla from Marco Island. We'll be hosting our next art show. Be sure and promote this if you would. Being August, I want to make sure we have enough people there, so I really would appreciate if you'll take these and promote them any place you can. It's free for DPI-SIG members. And the last ticket, there's one left up there? One left. 00. Don't everybody get up at once now. 4992. Do we have a winner? We have a winner in the back. Please tuck in your strings, if you would be so kind, and thank you for coming. It's a great turnout for August. I can't believe it. Marvelous turnout.